that, so we saw BAs and QAs role, but there are other roles. Design role is there, development role is there, test roles, implementation role. Many IT roles are there. So in the first is the big picture. What is software development lifecycle? Then within that, we will dive into what is QAs and BAs responsibility. Then later towards the end of the class, we'll see. Okay. All right. So let's pick it up from here. So before that, the one thing that I wanted to talk about is questions. How do you ask questions, right? So let's. So you can ask questions and any number of questions, right? By showing your hand symbol. If you click the hand symbol, then I will know that you have a question. Okay? Or you can also send me a message. Enter questions for staff. Okay? Enter questions for staff. This is your view. Okay, my view will be somewhat different. My view will be like this. If there are 10 students, I will have a list of attendee list, all the 10 students. This is my view. Okay, in fact, this screenshot is from 2007 or 8. Okay, so but still, the general view hasn't changed. This is what I will see. Okay, and you will see somewhat similar to this. And you can enter questions for me. So if you enter questions, then I will know what there is a pop-up which will show up, and then accordingly I will open up for questions. I will also stop after every topic or every logical points. I will open up for questions. Right? So you are welcome to ask questions. Just like you are here to learn, I am also here to learn. I don't know a lot of stuff, and you don't know a lot of stuff too. Right? So it is just a question of just a few points, right? A few inches, that's all. Maybe I am few inches ahead of you, and I am in a position to teach. Right? So all of us have so much to learn. Right? So keep that in mind. Okay, so you are welcome to ask questions. So with that, we will go back to how we started the demo session, right? So we started the demo session saying that software is a product. Is a product. So when you're learning QA and BA, so instead of banging your head, from a technical perspective, if you just look at it, bit differently, a lot of concepts will fall in place. Okay. So like I said, this is even true for some of the programming stuff, even SQL. Many such concepts are there within SQL as well. So I'll go back to PowerPoint later on, but some detailed explanation is needed. I will rely on these notes. So, and goals are understand waterfall process, understand roles and responsibilities. We talked about BAs and QAs. Who are programmers? Where do they operate? Who are how does design happen? Who are all involved in the design phase? Support. Few things we'll talk about. Understand how requirements and testing are connected. Tomorrow you are going to learn testing, right? But testing and requirements are connected. BAs and QAs roles, there's a lot of connections between the two roles. We'll talk about that as well to give you a better idea. So 30-40 minutes ago, the demo class, we talked about this, right? Software is a product. Software is a product like any other product in the marketplace. Okay. So why I am comparing software with the pens, the buildings, cars, etc. They are products too. As we talked before, they are products too. Why I am doing this unorthodox comparison? As I told you, many non-IT concepts are in IT testing and IT BA. What does it mean? That means, the concept of testing a car. Some of the concepts, right? Many, that's why I use the word many, right? Some of the concepts around testing a car can be applied in QA. Some of the concepts around buying a television, some couple of recruiters are here. Some of the concepts you see in your recruitment world can be applied in BA. Or if you are in Best Buy selling television, can marketing, no issues. You are a doctor, you can apply. You are a project coordinator, you can apply some of those concepts within BA. So the next point to note is that you can safely argue that software is a product, then there should be a process. Okay? Software is a product, you can argue that there should be a process. Next question is, what is a process? Process is nothing but step-by-step way of completing a task, organized way of completing a task, organized and planned way of completing a task. Next question you can ask is, why there should be a process? Right? Imagine you walk through Atlanta airport or another busy airport like Chicago or Boston. Okay, so there is, let's say there is no process to get in and get out. Then what is going to be there? Confusion, which you can see even now in some of the Indian airports. So like last January, end of January 2018, I was trying to exit India and come to Atlanta. I was catching a flight out of Chennai. So we were standing in the, must be cleared immigration, right? Then we had to clear security. We were pushed from one line to another line 4 times. So it was over an hour, and we were still standing in the the last security check. They said first, we are standing in the same line. They said move to the ladies only line because my wife and I were there. They said, why you are standing in the ladies line? Go to the other line. That was not moving. Then they said, you go to this line. So happened that, after 1 hour, nothing happened. So finally, protested, shouting, and things moved. Right? That was a total breakdown of process. There is no defined working process. There is a process, but it is not working. Process brings in efficiency, thus saving time and money at a minimum. So a process is a step-by-step way of completing a task. What are the different steps in software development life cycle? What are the different steps in software development life cycle? Couple of things we already talked about: testing and the BA's role is requirement definition and testing, right? We talked about it. What are the other steps? First step is feasibility study. Requirement, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. What is feasibility study? Will come there in a second. What is requirement definition? We just went through it. 4-step process, right? Understand customer. At a minimum 4 to 5 step process. There's a lot more steps. But for now, for a beginner, what are the steps we saw? Understand customer requirements. Talk to the customer. Gather requirements. Document the gathered requirements. The documented requirements should be reviewed and approved. Then BA will have to guide the design and development team to create a product. Even BA participates in testing phase. Today I will explain it. BA participates in the design phase. They are more like an advisory role. QA phase. So this is a BA's role in in a nutshell. Then product, once the requirement is done, somebody is asking question, I'll be with you in a second. Then design and development happens. Testing happens. Product is launched for customer use, maintenance, right? So going back to the these roles. If you are brand new to IT, you will be asking questions like, what is maintenance? Right? So when you buy a car, don't you think it goes through maintenance? So why not you buy a car and keep it for don't take it to oil change, filter change, nothing. Just keep it. Like Tesla cars, you don't have to have oil change, if I'm right. But Tesla cars, as part of maintenance, software gets updated. Do you know that you get a new car, every 3 to 4 months? Because it's all software driven and software gets updated. Anyway, you guys know what maintenance is. When you buy a home, it goes through maintenance process. Software also needs, oil change, filter change, all that. Deployment. So, iPhone launches an iPhone 11, Samsung launches a phone, you guys are standing in a line to buy the phone. Product launching, right? You know what is product launching? That is when software is launched for customer use. In fact, your iPhone is a sophisticated software. Just like your laptop works because of sophisticated software, iPhone is nothing but a sophisticated software. It is a software that makes iPhone what it is. So will you buy a car if the car is, if the BMW dealer says that it has never been tested, but $3,000 discount, can you take it? Or if they say, so car is never designed. It is based on some random design, not proper design. Design is not based on any sound requirements. This is manufacturing, creating a product, development. See, all these concepts you know, but you don't know. Even feasibility you know. You'll learn about it in a couple of minutes. So as you go through this, you realize that these are part of any product development life cycle. Any product development life cycle. And we'll come to the concept of life cycle and all that soon. So you don't have to be an IT person to understand this. You buy a product, the product goes through all these steps. Okay, but these 7 steps can be completed in many different ways. Many different ways. So one is waterfall. Right? One is waterfall. As the name says, it falls down from top to bottom. Top to bottom, like a waterfall. One step at a time. Theoretically speaking, practically it doesn't work that way most times. First step is feasibility study, requirements, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. Something like that, right? One step at a time, like a ladder. This is waterfall. Waterfall is like a ladder. You move, right? If you're on the top of the ladder, what you do? You generally, unless you are, someone is crazy, you go one step at a time. You come down one step at a time, you go up one step at a time. Okay? Waterfall is like ladder-like approach, one step at a time. Somebody said, no, this is one step at a time is inefficient. We have to have a more efficient process where one or more teams can work in parallel. So one of the differences between Agile and Waterfall is that teams can work in parallel. If it is properly planned, design, development, test team, all can work in parallel. Then, earlier days they had V model, then they had spiral. Okay. So many other models were there, but one important takeaway is that, whatever may be the model, we need these steps. We need a testing step. You cannot say, I'm using an Agile model, I'm not going to test. I'm using a V model, we are not going to design. So will you buy a product if they say that it is not being designed? So, right? Unless there is a valid reason, you will not. But you will run away from there. So let it be spiral, rad, or mad, or whatever it is, you are going to see these steps. So as part of the first step, what is the first step in the in the learning whole process is with a sound foundation is that you need to learn these steps. We are going to use waterfall as a launching pad to learn them. But if you have a sound understanding of these 7 steps, then how they go about doing it, you can pretty much pick it up. It's just a way of doing is different. That's all. And Agile has got some inbuilt complexities associated with it, which is okay, but it won't take much time for you to understand those things. Okay, to summarize and open up for questions, right? 10 minutes ago or 12 minutes ago we started it. Software is a product. The product, there should be a process. The process, there should be set of steps to do it. What are the steps? 7 steps. But these 7 steps can be completed in using Agile, Waterfall, V model, Spiral, RAD, etc. Right? All right. Questions now.